second recipe of scone. We're going to use the self-rising flour, and we're going to add the butter. So we're going to take away the soda. So for the liquid, it's going to be the whipping cream and the sour cream and the butter, and then we're going to add a little vanilla and a little sugar as well. Here we're going to add in the self-rising flour and the sugar. We don't have to add salt because self-rising flour has salt in there already. And we are going to put in the butter. So you want to mix this up first. And now you're just going to break the butter up. Easiest way is you can just put it between your hand. You don't want there's a lot of different ways to do it. People put chunk in, then they put in the freezer. But I find that you don't need to put in the freezer. The key here to a good scone is once you add the liquid, you don't want to wet the dough too much. Then you develop the gluten, and that's what makes the scone tough. So here you just like you're doing a pie crust dough or biscuit. See how I'm squishing the butter between my hand? I flatten them out. This will take a little bit more work, but the end result will be so delicious. So you want to leave the big chunk of butter in there. See how the butter chunk is still big. Whipped cream, vanilla, and sour cream. And we're going to mix this all up. And then we're going to pour it into our batter. We mixed up the heavy cream or whipping cream, whichever one you can get, and some sour cream. We're going to make a well in the middle and pour it right in. Make sure you get it all in there. And this one we're using self-rising flour, so no need salt or baking powder. I'm going to mix it. Key here is not to over mix. Mix until just combine. And then now you can use your finger to feel it. Use your hand to scrape down the spatula because you will squish the dough. So you want to use like this. Like a knife will be good because you can cut through the dough. And you're just squeezing to make sure that it comes together. See, it didn't come together. So you want to add a little bit more cream in here. You all want to start out with just a small amount, and then you can always add it. You see now it comes together, so we are done. It all come together, just like making pie crust. You want a tender pie crust, you don't want to overwork the dough. Now we're going to scoop it up. Now we're going to scoop the dough out. If you had a ice cream scooper, a big one, then you can scoop it out, and then we're going to put it on our baking sheet. So I'm going to squeeze this by hand. Put it in there. You can see how I'm scooping up the rest of the dough here by using this dough to press it all together. See how I'm pressing it all together. And here we go. You can make sure you spray the pan so it doesn't stick, and just make sure that Pretty much just even. Maybe put a little bit on this side. And we're going to put into a preheated oven for 400 degree. Piece of the scone with the butter added, we're going to put right into the oven, 400 degree, preheated. 14 minutes later. Wow, looks so good. Test it. Probably need a few more minutes. Let's just take the temperature. You want to be at 190, so no, it's going slow, so need more time. We put a few more minutes in here. Oh, it looks good now. Let's take the temp. Let's take the temperature here. Yes, reach over 200. Perfect. I guess we can took it out about a minute early. I put it in for 3 minutes, so it took out 2 minutes. Scone is something. See the bounce test. Scone is something you don't want to underbake, otherwise it'll be dense. We'll let it cool and then we test it out. Scones have cooled down now. We got 4 out of this because I made them a little shorter. Cut into one. Oh, I can feel they're so much lighter than those when we did self-rising flour without the butter. With the butter, it's so much better. Look at that crumb. It even feels better too. Let's have a bite. That definitely tastes much better than the first recipe. The butter really brings it out. And also the cream and the sour cream, what moisture level. So tender, soft, delicious. And the sugar, add a nice touch of it. Not too sweet, just a little hint. So if you like it sweeter, you can add more. But this is just good. Bon appetit.